to me and his channel.
What's up, it's your boy LOE Visuals. I'm back with another video. How y'all day going? Y'all vibing, y'all chilling, y'all enjoying y'all day. Y'all productive day. We back at it. Before I start, make sure y'all smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. On the road to 10K subscribers, hit that subscribe button, turn the post notifications on. Want to find me on any other platform? My link tree is in my bio. Follow my X at Visuals LOE. Follow my TikTok at LOE.Visuals. Follow my Facebook at LOE Visuals. So let's talk about it. So Oscar De La Hoya says he wants to make Vergil Ortiz versus Errol Spence Jr. in AT&T Stadium. And I want to chime in and talk about it. I think it's kind of irrelevant for Oscar to be calling out Errol Spence at this point, knowing that Errol Spence has been inactive for the last 2 years. He hasn't fought since 2023, and that was against Terrence Crawford when he suffered a 9th round, KO, and he lost. So, we haven't seen Spence. Spence was supposed to come back against Sebastian Fundora, but sanctioning belt bodies didn't allow it. They wouldn't rank Spence because he's been so inactive, and I kind of feel the sanctioning belt bodies because if you've been missing for 2 years and you think you're just about to jump in and fight the top guy, you banking for a loss. And I think Spence is kind of getting in his head with the I don't need a tune-up, I don't do tune-ups. Bro, take a tune-up. Take a tune-up. I don't know why you keep thinking, oh, I don't need a tune-up, bro. You took a lot of damage in that fight against Terrence Crawford, and nobody will be against you getting a tune-up to come back. Nobody will be against Errol Spence taking a tune-up to get back. Because everybody really want to see Spence in the game. Even though, he might not never be himself again, but, I think people go with the washed, and he's washed, bro. He took one loss. I didn't go as far as saying he's washed. I have to see him again to let you know if he still can hang or if he can still compete on a high level. But I would have to see him in another fight first before I just jump to the conclusion and say he's washed. I'm not going to say that. Although I do think the car wrecks and the eye surgeries and the Crawford fight took a lot out of him. I don't know, because I don't know. Spence was it took top form at one point in time, but he's gotten older. It's a lot. So before I just jump to the conclusion and say he doesn't have it anymore, I want to see him. And I don't think the sanctioning belt bodies would, sanction this. I don't think this would get sanctioned. But in all honesty, if I'm Vergil Ortiz, I'm moving in a different direction. I'm coming off 2 wins. It's, the first fight with Sergey Boychuk, and then I just beat Israel Madrimov. Even though it's a lot of people might think it's controversy around those 2 fights or whatever. He got them done. And I think the first fight with Sergey Boychuk, I thought it was close, and I thought Sergey Boychuk got it done. But Vergil got the nod. A lot of people think, the Israel Madrimov fight was close. It was competitive. I thought, I have to go watch it back again. Cause I have to go watch it back again. Cause I thought, Vergil did enough to get it done. I have to watch it again. A lot of people thought that was close too. So I'll have to, go see. But he's coming off 2 big wins, and if I'm him, I'm not worried about Errol Spence. I'm not looking backwards. I'm trying to get a title shot. And I don't know why he's so timid, and I think this is partially, Golden Boy. They're trying to keep stock with Vergil Ortiz, and they don't want to just, match make him wrong. So, Bakram Martizelev, he's been calling out Vergil, and he has the IBF, if I'm not mistaken. That's a free title shot for Vergil Ortiz, but we hear his promoter talking about Errol Spence, a guy who's been inactive for 2 years. Why? Even if they did fight, it wouldn't do what it's supposed to do because Errol hasn't fought in 2 years. He hasn't. So you're holding on to something that could have happened, but you were scared when it was supposed to happen. When Errol Spence was looking up for, a shot, and he was, he had 3 titles. Where was Vergil Ortiz then? He was on the come up. So And I don't think he was probably around that contender stage. But no, you said nothing then, you know. Now, you know, Errol Spence is out the ring 2 years. He's been beaten up. Now it's, oh yeah, I'm trying to do that fight at AT&T. No, Oscar, let's see Vergil against Bachman. That's what the fans really want to see. What's the hesitation on making it? There shouldn't be any hesitation. It's a title shot. It's right there. Crawford just, you know, vacated his title at 54. Fundora, you're not going to get a Fundora fight. So let's see it. And Bachman's made it known that he wants to fight Vergil Ortiz. So why isn't it happening? Bachman has made it, you know, very well known he wants to fight Vergil Ortiz. And I think he should get a shot, you know. It's sad that, you know, it's champions chasing challengers, you know. That's kind of, you know, sad. Champions got to go out their way to fight challengers to get big fights. Some I just don't agree with. But, you know, it starts with the promoters. I just didn't get it. You know, why is Oscar fiending for Errol Spence still? Why are you worried about Errol Spence? We don't want to see Vergil in there with Errol Spence. Because right now, we know what would happen. Spence ain't been in the ring in 2 years. Let Spence get a few tune-ups and let's see how he looks. And then let's see if you guys have the same mindset on fighting. But right now, I don't want to see Vergil Ortiz and Errol Spence. I want personally for Errol Spence to get a tune-up. That's just what I think he should do. If y'all want to keep him to, you know, Errol Spence around in boxing, he needs to get a tune-up. If not, I don't want to see him. Because you've been out the ring for 2 years. I don't know how you're training. And training can never simulate being in the ring. People think that, you know, sparring, I do a lot of sparring. It can never simulate to how high intense being in the ring on fight night is. So he can push that I don't need a tune-up narrative to you guys, but he needs a tune-up. And if I want to see him again, if I watch him again, it's most likely because he's taking a tune-up. Because I don't want to see him jumping there with Fundora and, you know, we never see Spence again because he gets hurt. I want to see him at his best. And I feel like him getting a tune-up would allow him to knock some rust off, you know, get some rounds under his belt and build some confidence. But no, I don't want to see him fight Vergil Ortiz, no tune-up. And I'm really shocked that Oscar is calling this out, knowing that, you know, his guy could get a title shot soon. And I don't know why he won't jump at the opportunity to fight Bachman. Make it make sense for me. For Vergil Ortiz, I don't want to see him fight Errol Spence. I want to see him challenge for a title shot. I want to see Vergil Ortiz in a title shot at 54. The WBO is vacant, so who knows? He might even fight for that vacant WBO title. Because I don't think he's too keen on fighting Bachman. And Golden Boy isn't too keen on fighting him either. So, you know, they're calling out Errol just to, you know, keep Vergil's name alive. But I don't think that should be the call out. It should be Bachman versus Vergil Ortiz next for the IBF title at 54. Easy fight to make, but you know how guys get, you know, they know Spence is still a hot commodity, so they're trying to use his name, see if they could possibly get him to bite, but I don't think he's biting. I don't think he's coming back to Vergil Ortiz. He's trying to, you know, if Spence come back, I think it should be against the tune-up in my opinion, but who knows? Let me know what you guys think. You guys think Vergil Ortiz should be fighting Bachman? Because I don't know why Golden Boy is calling out Errol Spence at this point, you know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 10K subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 10K subscribers. I love you guys so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. I'm out.